Okay, let's talk about something that I think a lot of us feel, but maybe we don't really have the words for it. It's that sudden, just overwhelming urge to completely disappear. And I don't just mean wanting a little alone time. I mean that deep, powerful drive to just vanish from the social world for a while. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You wake up, you glance at your phone, and this voice in your head just goes, "Nope, not today. I don't exist today." And all of a sudden your phone, it doesn't feel like a connection to your friends anymore. It feels like this tower of obligations. Every single unread message is just another brick being added to this weight that you just can't bring yourself to lift. And then the follow-ups start coming in. You see the notifications. "Hey, are you mad at me? Did I do something?" And you know you're letting people down, and this wave of guilt just washes over you, which of course only makes it that much harder to reply. The thing is, you want to reply. You really, really do. But the thought of just typing out, "I'm okay," feels like trying to lift a 1,000-pound weight. Your fingers just freeze over the keyboard. And so you put the phone down and you retreat. So what is really going on here? You know, society might slap a pretty negative label on this whole thing. But what if this vanishing act isn't some character flaw? What if it's actually a brilliant, deeply ingrained survival tactic? I mean, you've probably heard it all before, right? People call you a ghost, a bad friend, maybe even toxic. And those labels, they sting. They sting because they completely miss the point of what's actually happening. You're not trying to hurt anybody, but that's how it ends up looking from the outside. To really get why you go into hiding, we have to look at what you're doing when you're visible. Because when you're out there in the world, you're not just existing, you are performing. Yeah, psychologists have a name for this. It's called masking. It's that constant, non-stop effort of reading the room, figuring out what people need from you, and making sure everyone else is comfortable, usually at your own expense. And let me tell you, those masks are incredibly heavy. And eventually, the weight of just being perceived becomes way too much. This isn't just about your social battery running low. Oh no, your entire psychological battery doesn't just drain, it completely shatters into a million pieces. And this right here, this is where we have to reframe this entire experience. You are not isolating yourself because you hate people. You are retreating to your cave because you have to heal. This is all about survival. There's actually a term for this state. It's called self-preservation isolation. See, when your brain hits a point of absolute critical burnout, it flips a switch. It triggers this response. This isn't a choice you're making. It's a protective mechanism for a nervous system that is just completely fried. This little chart just illustrates that disconnect perfectly. On the outside, people think you're angry or depressed or you're pushing them away. But the reality, your brain is literally in survival mode. You're not tired of your friends, you are tired of being perceived. You're not pushing them away, you are desperately, desperately trying to recharge. And when you're finally alone in that quiet room, with the door locked and your phone on silent, there are no expectations. For the first time in what feels like forever, you can just be. That silence, it's not a punishment, it's not loneliness. It's the oxygen mask you need to finally breathe again. But here's the absolute tragedy of this whole cycle. While you're in your cave just trying to piece yourself back together, you are often drowning in this suffocating wave of guilt. So let's just tackle that head on. I mean, let's be real. We live in a society that has created a totally impossible standard. This hyper-connected world basically says that if you don't reply within an hour, or maybe even a day, you're rude, you're toxic. It's this insane demand for constant, 100% access to you. So naturally, you ask yourself this question probably over and over again. Why can't I just be normal? Am I ruining all my relationships? Am I a genuinely bad person for needing this space? I want you to let this sink in, okay? Because this is the psychological validation you've probably been starving for. You are not a bad friend. You are not toxic. You are a burnt-out human being trying to survive in a world that never, ever stops demanding your energy. You know that old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup? Well, for you right now, the cup isn't just empty. It is shattered on the floor. Trying to give anything to anyone else is simply impossible until you've had the time to pick up those pieces. So the big question is, how do you handle this urge without blowing up every relationship you care about? Well, it's time for a new approach, a practical strategy. We have to change the narrative, both for yourself and for the people around you. Okay, here's your game plan. It's simple. First, recognize the feeling when it starts to bubble up. Second, and this is key, Consciously drop the guilt. You are healing, not hurting. Third, you said one simple text. And fourth, you give yourself permission to truly disappear and recharge. This is it. This is the text. You can copy and paste it. It's simple, it's honest, and it sets a boundary. You send this one single message to your inner circle. Notice it's not an apology, it's an explanation. And then you take the time you need. No more apologizing for needing to be alone. And this is the final crucial reframe. Please stop thinking of your need for space as something you're using against other people. Your absence is not a weapon meant to punish anyone. It's your armor. It is the very thing that protects you and allows you to heal so you can come back stronger.